21 Rockstar families, welcome to our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful weekend, even though it is incredibly wet outside, incredibly rainy. So guess what? The VODCAST is the perfect thing to watch on this very rainy day. So find a great place in the house. Tune in. I have a bunch of strategies and a couple of announcements. So here we go. First of all, I wanted to congratulate this week's Rock Star of the Week, Russell. Russell has had amazing, consistent, effective effort, amazing belief, and above all else, Russell has stepped outside of his comfort zone to make some amazing magic happen. So I'm so incredibly proud of Russell, this week's Rock Star of the Week. Also, that music that you heard opening up our vodcast today was produced and created by JJ and Riley. So congratulations to those guys. That is your song. Remember, guys, I'm going to be featuring each group's finished product over the next probably month and a half before we get through everyone. So tune in when you find yours. This week it goes out to JJ and Riley. Only really one other announcement, guys, and that would be the fact that on Friday, Q3 interims, if you can believe it, we're halfway through the third quarter already. Those are coming home on Friday, so you'll receive a Barrett Academy interim, as always, and then also the Stafford County Public School Academic interim. I'm going to send home 2 copies of each. Just make sure you get 1 copy of each back to me at your earliest convenience, and let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. So those will be coming home on Friday. Other than that, we have an uninterrupted 5-day week in room 21. Doesn't look like any weather's coming our way. So it is going to be an epic week of learning, guys. I can't wait for it to take place. So at this time, I'm going to get you off to the strategy session, and I'll see you guys on the other end. So here is our strategy session for the week. Obviously, we're hanging out at the home of room 21, sites.google.com/staffordschools.net/room 21 Rockstar. So, hey, guys, I have a ton of different strategies for you to practice this week to just get ahead in class and to make sure that you have everything that we're learning completely mastered. So let's get right to it. First of all, I'm going to take you to the weekly strategy tab, and you'll find that our weekly review is up and ready. It's already copied in front of the classroom. Some of you may have actually picked it up on Friday. I made it available on that day. But the major thing that you're going to be working on this week, guys, is going to be the identification of angles. I did throw in one review on prime composite numbers here, but that's really not our focus this week. The major focus is classifying each angle as acute, right, obtuse, or straight on the first part. Now, if you'd like to as well, it just might be good practice, guys, to not only name each of those angles, but also to put an estimate in degrees of how the actual angle measure. Okay, don't forget, we always compare every single angle measure to 90 degrees. So for instance, in angle D, now this is going to be pretty hideous because I'm drawing on the computer, but this is where my 90-degree angle would be. Okay, so if this is hanging out right over here, and if this is 180, that helps me with my estimate and helps me overall to kind of figure out, okay, where do I need to be with this measure? Now, on the back, guys, you're actually going to find that I have the protractors lined up kind of like I told you in class. And this is just practice reading the protractor itself. Now, you do have to go through our steps of success that we practiced last week in order to get the house points. And this page this week, guys, is only worth 25 because it's not going to take you too long. You have to name the angle beside each angle. You have to estimate the angle measure. You have to extend the rays. Then you can measure the angle and then do that self-check in your brain. Compare your answer to your estimate. If something's wrong with the estimate, say that you're 100 off with your estimate, then you might want to look at, did I read the wrong side of the protractor or did something else happen along the way? So that's available there for you guys for the weekly review this week. Now, we'll be spending about one more day in class on just measuring angles, and then we're advancing to the identification and classification of triangles, which is our next big hurdle. So that is going to be there, guys. And so you can click the link. As always, you can print it out. You can do anything that you want as long as you show all your work, and that will be worth 30 degrees. I'm actually going to show this video in class tomorrow, but if you want to leg up, this is just a great review of the idea of angles and degrees, and it kind of helps with what I was showing you guys last week with the rulers when I would take the rulers and I was like, okay, how many degrees is this? Because if we can estimate those angle measures effectively, guys, then our measuring is going to be more accurate because we're going to be able to self-check a little easier. So as this goes up, then I have to say, okay, how many degrees might that be? That's a great practice. I love the visuals that this video provides, guys, right up here. So it's pretty amazing. So check it out. It's hanging out there. So a couple of other things. Let me go ahead and get that blue off the screen for you. A couple of other things, guys. First of all, I did include, well, first of all, sorry, I'm skipping all over the place today. Classifying and measuring angles. This is here from last week. And I put it there at the beginning of last week, and nobody knew how to do it yet. So now it's available there, guys. Everything you complete will be worth 2 house points as long as you show all of your work. And if you're measuring angles, you do need to go through our 4-step process, which would include naming the angle, estimating the angle, extending the rays if possible on the computer, and then finally actually measuring the angle. So that's available there, guys. I do expect to see all of your work for those house points. Now, later in the week, starting on Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to start classifying triangles. So again, this is kind of one of those things where you might just want to take the wait and see approach. Or if you want to dive in head first, guys, and check it out, those links are available there as well. I do have a link to our Unit 4 vocabulary Quizlet. I'm going to take you on over there. Remember, guys, you're so amazing with the Quizlets, but these words are available. You can go the flashcard route or anything, just making sure that you're practicing all of our vocab words. It looks like I just finished my studying, but some of the commonly missed words right now as a class, as people are participating in the Quizlet, would be the word predicament. And these are sometimes missed words, not necessarily all missed. Campaign, consequence, and elaborate. And don't forget, guys, that word in this term this week is elaborate, not necessarily elaborate, as we use in writing, okay? So Quizlet's available there. No house points for that, but it's a great way to study your vocabulary words. We do have our vocab quiz coming up on Friday, scholars, so that is available there. The secret hashtag of the week has to do with the American Revolution. We have such an incredible week ready to kick off as we study the Revolution, guys, and the secret hashtag is actually going to be hashtag you'll be back. Hashtag you will be back. Hashtag you'll be back. And you need to say it with a little bit of confidence and pep in the step, so to speak, guys. So that's the secret hashtag. At this time, I'm going to send you back over to Mr. Reichard in person. Okay, guys, I hope that those strategies and tasks for the week were incredibly effective. We're going to continue our study of measuring angles, moving into identifying, classifying triangles this week. You probably never knew there was so much to learn about a triangle until 5th grade. So without any further ado, guys, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. You guys are the very best, and I'm so incredibly serious about this, families in Stafford County, and I'll see you guys next week.